Very nice to meet you. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Sure, certainly. My name is Yuchen Chen. I'm a first year PhD student in the University of Stirling. I'm researching the area of news translation at the moment.
That's great. Okay. Um, Yuchen, when did you start learning English?
Well, I started learning English when I was a primary school student in Shanghai, China. Although I wasn't very interested in learning a foreign language at all, mainly because I just couldn't see the benefit of it. My English teacher back then focused more on learning the language as a way to pass the final exam rather than improving your language skills.
Right. Okay. So,
Yeah.
so, 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 at what point did you, move from, learning English because you had to, if you like, to actually enjoying the language, and what inspired you?
Well, I like to talk about this from two aspects. My earliest inspiration for learning English came from the experience of watching Friends, which was and still is one of the Bibles for English learners in China
Right.
to practice their speaking skills. I decided to become a native speaker of English after watching the show. So, in order to achieve that level, I rewatched Friends for several times, took notes, of practical expressions that could be used in real life and converted each episode into audio format so that I could listen to them repeatedly using my iPod. So, in doing so, I internalized all sorts of regular expressions and language patterns or structures still being used in daily conversations. I believe that this is the only way to help you acquire that native level of English. And I think I might have actually accomplished that goal. Some people said in the past that my English is at a near native level. When it comes to the second inspiration, I like to mention a documentary, The Adventure of English. It
Wonderful.
radically changed my ideas about language learning and gave an interesting elaboration of the history of English language. The film is historical and informative around the same time. I changed my goal from becoming a native speaker of English to a linguist, and I think it's really, really fascinating. And that's why I took linguistic modules when I was studying my master. So instead of focusing on learning more about expressions and phrases, I am now focusing more on the rules of languages.